Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on 3 simple secrets to Russian pronunciation. Seriously, these are little tricks that will have you sounding more natural right away. These aren't about memorizing a bunch of complicated rules, but about unlocking the keys to speaking with real confidence.
So, are you ready? Because mastering just these 3 core ideas is going to completely change the way you sound. Think of them as a cheat code for your accent. By the end of this short explainer, you'll absolutely hear the difference. Let's dive in.
Okay, our first secret is a total game changer. It's called vowel reduction, but I like to call it the vanishing O. This one concept is really at the heart of the rhythm and the entire sound of spoken Russian.
Now, vowel reduction sounds kind of technical, but trust me, it's way simpler than it sounds. It just means that when a vowel isn't getting the emphasis, when it's not stressed, it sort of changes its sound. It's a shortcut that native speakers use all the time without even thinking about it. And now, you're going to use it too.
So here's the most common example of this in action. When the letter O has the stress on it, it sounds exactly like you'd think, a nice round O. But, and this is the secret, when it's not stressed, it basically transforms into a short, quick ass sound. Let's see how that works in a real word. Look at this word. This is the Russian word for milk. Now see that little accent mark? The stress is on the last O. That means the first 2 O's are unstressed. So we don't say moloko, no way. We say moloko. Listen again, moloko. Now it's your turn.
Awesome. Let's try another one. This is the word for apple. Here, the stress is right at the beginning, on the first letter. So that O at the very end, it's unstressed, which means it sounds like, ah, you got it. We'll get into how other vowels change some other time, but for now, just notice how this final O changes. So we say, яблоко. One more time, яблоко. Now you try.
You know, this whole idea leads us perfectly into our second secret. If vowel reduction is the cool trick, then word stress is the master key that makes it all work. In Russian, stress is absolutely everything. So if you only take one single thing away from our little explainer today, please let it be this. You have to know where the stress falls in a Russian word. And why is it so important? Well, because it doesn't just change the sound of the word. It can change the entire meaning. I'm not kidding. Look at this. These 2 words are spelled exactly the same. But with the stress on the first syllable, zamak, it means castle. Now shift the stress to the second syllable, zamak, and it means lock. See what I mean? Stress isn't just important, it's everything.
Okay, let's move on to our third and final secret for today. This is another one of those simple little tricks that's going to instantly make you sound more authentic. It's all about what happens to certain consonants when they show up at the very end of a word.
It has a fancy name, consonant assimilation, but the rule itself is super easy. So, you know how some consonants make your vocal cords vibrate? Put your hand on your throat and say buh or duh. You feel that little buzz? Those are called voiced consonants. Now try saying puh or tuh. No buzz, right? Those are voiceless. Well, here's the trick. In Russian, at the end of a word, a voiced, buzzy consonant is always pronounced like its voiceless twin.
For example, take the word for bread. You see it's spelled with a B sound at the end. But because it's at the end of the word, we say it with a P sound. So listen carefully. Klep. It's not kleb, it's klep. Go ahead, give it a try.
Here's another perfect example for you. The word for city. It ends in D, which makes a D sound. But because of our rule, we pronounce it with a T sound instead. So it becomes goret. Listen one more time. Goret. Now you. Fantastic.
Okay, you've learned the 3 biggest secrets to sounding more Russian. You know about the vanishing O, you know that stress is everything, and you know the final consonant trick. So I think it's time to put it all together with a quick, fun pronunciation challenge. You ready?
All right, before our big challenge, let's just quickly practice some of these classic tricky sounds. Just repeat after me. First, sh. It's a soft sh sound, like in shoe. Then we have sh. That's a longer, softer sh sound. Next is zh. That's the zh sound you hear in the word measure. Then ts. That's like the ts in cats. And finally, ch, like the ch in chair. Great work!
Now for the main event, a very famous Russian tongue twister. It just means Sasha was walking along the highway. It is packed with those shut sounds we just practiced. Don't worry,
I'll say it slowly first. Szła, Sasha, po, szos, se. Okay, take a deep breath and you give it a try.
Amazing! You did it! You just tackled some of the trickiest parts of Russian pronunciation. For real, just by understanding vowel reduction, stress, and those final consonants, you are already so far ahead of the game. You're well on your way to sounding more authentic. So, what's next? Well, the most important thing now is just to keep practicing. And to help you do that, make sure you download our free pronunciation guide. And of course, if you enjoyed this explainer, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next one, where we're going to tackle common Russian greetings.
You have taken a huge step forward today. Honestly, you've unlocked secrets that a lot of learners struggle with for ages. So my final question for you is this. Now that you're feeling more confident, what's the first Russian word you really want to try saying out loud? Thanks so much for joining me.